ladies, gentlemen, I'm back again with another video. Now this video is on the 3 worst units. Personally, I think these units need a buff or a change completely, just to make them more like cohesion with the current units, because the new units are like a lot more powerful than these, and these have just been outdated realistically, and they could do with being changed. So yeah, would love to hear your thoughts on what you would do with these units. I put my opinion midway through this video, so yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the video. Thanks, guys. So my number 3 unit is Spear Sergeants. Spear Sergeants, they have reasonably good defense. Piercing's pretty high, blunt pretty low. Their health is terrible, and their damage is terrible. The problem I have with them is you can get Imperial Spearmen. That Imperial Spearmen basically do everything that Spear Sergeants do, and better. So it kind of makes them redundant, and they're only 10 leadership more. So it doesn't really make much sense to go for them. But it doesn't matter. We're going to give them a go, just to show you how terrible they are. So we've just entered combat here, and straight away we're losing troops very, very quickly. And there's not a huge amount out there. We've got a few pike militia, nothing major, and you know, coconut throwers, but they shouldn't be doing much. And now berserkers get involved. We have basically just become berserker food, even. And yeah, the sea lars clear the rest of them up. So really did nothing for me there, unfortunately. But we'll try again in the next clip. Okay, so I thought we'll go for a bit more of a defensive role with them. We're going to use them here, and everyone sort of cleared out behind me, so they sort of got left to their own devices. That we start bleeding troops very quickly, though rightly so, because we got the Vangarian Guard in front of us. But just didn't really contribute much. Now this is probably the best I got with them. It's sort of helping keep everyone safe behind us. And if you're going to use them, you want to be using these guys literally no damage at all. Just use them as a shield wall to protect from muskets range. Pavis crossbowmen I think we're protecting from here. So just thought we'd nab this little guy here. And then in the distance we've got Pavis crossbowmen, so I'm just going to place them in front. And they actually do a good job at soaking up the Pavis crossbowmen. So, and the Shenjis I think it is behind. I'm not sure what they are there. But this is why these are number 3, because I think they do have a use for 120 leadership, just to use them as a medium shield wall. But then again, you get left on your own, or near on your own, a group of berserkers will just eat you. Like, absolutely eat them. One group and it's dead, and then Shenjis get involved in a second to just finish the lot off. There you go. Instantly wiped. Number 2, Menat Arms. They actually have 10,000 health, not great, but 900 piercing defense. Really nice. Slashing defense isn't too bad. Blunt is awful. So yeah, and I think these are redundant because of Palace Guards. Palace Guards cost 10 leadership more, I believe. 10 to 15 more. And are just 10 times more tanky, even though they have less piercing defense. And are so much more useful. These are real frontline brawlers. So it kind of makes Men at Arms redundant. Attack! Destroy them! So in this clip, I'm starting to play them quite aggressively. I thought maybe I'll charge them in, but I get knocked down, so we get that charge ignored completely. And then I'm like, okay, let's just use them as a shield wall. We got that 900 piercing defense. Surely that will be okay. Help my friend out here, just, you know, don't need him getting poleaxed ult. Rough justice, not very nice. And I saw these paladins coming in, and I didn't actually see the cataphracts. So, you know, rightly so, they get absolutely annihilated. So we didn't really learn much from that. But we go again. We're in a big group of shield maidens here, and I'll just pop against just berserkers. So I pop them as the shield wall just to soak some damage for our shield maidens. My men at arms start like melting, like for no reason. There's no reason for them to melt. But they do. So we're just going to see this guy here. And I thought maybe we'll test out, you know when you X and V paladins on top of people? Well, we're going to try that right now. And we go in with the ult. I bring them over and I V. Oh dear. Like, it's absolutely pitiful damage. Just doesn't have any place in sort of the new how much damage units are doing these days. They just need an update or a complete change to being something similar to, like, maybe the Banner Guard or something like that. But with maybe a different style of play, maybe more healer orientated. One good thing about the Men at Arms, I must admit, is their heal does actually heal a lot. Like, it really brings them back up to health. I think it's 250 a second for 15 seconds, so it actually feels quite nice. So here, just blocking up the stairs. This is probably the only good clip I got, so with the Men at Arms. So this is, if you're going to play them, definitely the way to play them is just always using the shield formation. But again, they're still getting annihilated. And we got some nasty Fortibracios just sitting at the top of the stairs. So I'm sort of reluctant to go in. Drop a little Treb. See how we get on with that. They start moving forward. That's slightly disappointing, but I think I still hit them with a good amount of the Treb. Just in the back of them. Okay, that's not a bad one there. So we're down to about 15 Men at Arms, 14 Men at Arms now. And I'm like, okay, can't just leave them up there because they're just going to get done by the Fortibracios. And I see this Maul. I'm like, okay, he's waiting. He definitely wants to take out the rest of my men. He sees squishy Men at Arms. He's excited. Look at him run in. Little ult. Click on the V, and yeah, they don't do much. But luckily we get him. We get him. And then they obviously the Fortibracios start retreating, so hit him with a charge that in any other unit would probably do a lot. Not much. We're talking these hits are 700 to 800 when they're normal hits, and their charge hits about 1,000. It's absolutely awful compared to other troops. And now number 3, the worst unit I have played, the Menat Artabusius, if that's how you say it properly. I'm not 100% sure. Their health is okay. Their damage actually looks pretty good, but they are pointless because they cost 200 leadership. And Janissaries cost 190. 190. These are less. And the amount of damage and the accuracy Janissaries pull out, yes, they have to stand still, is 10 times better. You would never want to take these guys over Janissaries. Like, in the situations we're going to be in these clips, if you had Janissaries, you would have pulled in 50 kills. Easily. Like, my guns got to free reign on this corner here just to stop against Cav. They got free range, and they get a few hits in, but they're so slow to fire. The accuracy is pitiful, really. And if I had have had Janissaries there, it would have been a very different story. We probably actually would have been able to win this last game. So that is why these are number 3, my worst unit. At one stage, these were going to be a sleeper unit because I was trying to figure out something clever with them, but I realized how bad they really were. That they shoot slow. Probably, maybe 15% of them actually hit their targets. And you try and tell them to aim, and they don't all hit anything. The only thing I found they're okay at doing, that every other gun unit can do pretty well, is when you do order them to shoot at a hero, especially when they're on the horse for some reason. They'll peg them off the horse pretty quickly, but they'll be thinking about it for about 10 seconds before they do anything about it. But we're giving them a good go, and yeah, musket just wipes out a good amount right there. So I see these horses. We'll have a little go at those, and we nail the guy off his horse. Wasn't meaning to do that, but it yeah, happy accident. Happy accident. Right, these are advancing on me. So that was that one clip, and this just shows how inaccurate they are. We just got walking pikemen walking ahead of us, and look how slow and inaccurate they are. 2 or 3 hits every now and then. I mean, their damage isn't half bad. It hits pretty high, but I mean, It's ridiculous. And this guy comes past, obviously nefarious reasons. That'll be a Cataphract's run. 100%. And yep, there they are. There they are. And so I'm like, okay, he's definitely going to retreat these. Like he has. So I'm like, oh, my last 5 units. Maybe they can pick 1 or 2 off without me needing to help. They don't hit a single one. Like, you can see me trying to force them to actually hit. There's 1 hit from the 5 of them. So that's the 3 worst units. I'm not sure what they can do about them. There's definitely changes you could do, I think, with the Menat Artabusius. If they were maybe 160 leadership, they might be worth it. In terms of the Menat Arms, I think they should be more of a healer, like how the bagpipes give buffs and the banner guard give buffs. Make them more of like a healing, like sort of unit. And then the spear sergeants, I'm not sure what you want to do about them. You could give them something unique, but they'll have their place somewhere. Let me know in the comments what your worst units are. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.